Welcome back to this KELOLAND News Special Report, Coronavirus Town Hall.
Let's jump right back into the questions for our delegation. The stimulus package was signed into law on March 27th. 7 weeks later, some people have not yet received their $1,200. Many may have missed 2 rent payments by this point. When will the money get here? And with no additional stimulus package on the horizon, even if it passed today, that puts some people into late July. What can be done to speed up the payments if phase 2 does come out? Many people do not have that much time to wait. Let's start with Congressman Johnson.
Sure, well, absolutely. IRS needs to do a better job. There's no question about that. I know they're working their tails off. And I will take 30 seconds to call out the incredible progress they've made. The last time we cut these stimulus checks, back during the Great Recession, it took 75 days from when Congress voted to issue the checks to when the first people got their check. This time it was fewer than 3 weeks. But listen, we can't celebrate until everybody has the money that they need to get through this difficult time. You look at, the SBA. They put out more money on the street with the PPP in 14 days than they had done in the previous 14 years. So a lot of this economic relief is being rolled out incredibly quickly. But I would say this, IRS has had some hiccups. They have had some unforgivable delays. We have reached out as a delegation. We've been strong in telling them they have got to do better. My office, everybody's office, tries to work as an advocate to get people the help they need. I would tell everybody take a few more days. I know a lot more checks are getting cut this week. If you still don't have help next week, call my office. We want to help.
Okay, thank you. Our next question comes from a viewer named Don. He wants to know why he received stimulus money. He says that he has an IRA and Social Security and was not financially affected by the virus. He believes tens of millions are in the same situation. Senator Thune, would you like to answer that question?
Right, Don. Well, and he's not, there are lots of people out there probably who, and I've had people say that to me, I don't need this. But when you're coming up and designing a program, you're trying to get as much assistance out there as you can to as many people as possible. And we knew that we might be over-delivering rather than under-delivering. We thought it was important based on what we were dealing with at the time. Remember what was happening. The market was tanking. It was cratering. We needed to provide some stability. There were several ways that we could do that. The PPP program to keep small businesses working, to keep their employees working. And then obviously the UI benefits, which we talked about for people who, through no fault of their own, lost their jobs. But then the direct assistance went out literally to everybody who filed an income tax return and up to a certain income amount. And then obviously you got it faster if you got if you filed electronically. If you're a Social Security recipient or on disability, you are also in the system. So you should have gotten the checks, but the idea was to get as much money out there as possible to the people that really need it. And I think we tried as best we could do to do that. And obviously sometimes you probably get it to people who maybe don't need it, but that was the plan at the time.
Okay, thank you, Senator. Let's move on to our next question. It comes from Joe. Take a look. Joe wants to know where we get funding for a $1 trillion package and how and when are we going to be able to pay that back? Senator Rounds.
I tell you what, if we could answer that question. Now, honestly, here, number one, let's just start with this. What we knew is that this is just like being in a war. And we knew that we had to win this war. And just like in World War II, we're spending the money to win the war. Because if we don't win the war, we've got real problems. So the first thing we're doing is the emergency treatment, just like John and Dusty have indicated. We're getting it out there so that our economy can be saved. The second part, and here's the critical part on this thing. We have to be able to rebuild this economy so that we can afford the debt we've got. And I wish I could say it was only $1 trillion. It's actually been about an additional $3 trillion that has actually been allocated in this process. So we're going to go from $23 trillion in debt to real close to about $26 trillion in debt. Now, there's a couple things that we can do to manage that debt. The first part is, right now, the cost of borrowing the money at the federal level is about 0.6%. Steve Mnuchin, who is the Secretary of the Treasury, and I'll be asking him questions about this tomorrow in our banking committee hearing. But what he has been doing is he's been layering this back out, refinancing the debt that we've got, and it's extending it out over a longer period of time so that we've got a little bit of time to pay on it. The second part, though, is this. You have to rebuild the economy as quickly as possible, and you have to reach a 3% growth rate. Now, the last time that we had this much debt compared to the size of our economy was actually World War II. We fought our way out of it by having a growing economy. Same thing now. If we can hit our 3% growth rate on the economy, we'll be able to finance this debt. We'll be able to come back through, pay the interest on the debt, and begin the process of reducing the debt. But we cannot do that unless we have a strong economy. That's the reason why the president wants so much to get back into business, get people opened up again as soon as possible, and start rebuilding again. You know, we were at a 3% rate of growth. We were doing that. We were making this thing happen. We had unemployment that was actually going down at record amounts. The economy was really buzzing. And then when this pandemic hit, it was just like entering a war. We're going to have to hit it. We're going to have to save people. We're going to have to help those people that lose their jobs. And when we're done with it, we have to finance it and manage it. But we've got to build the economy in order to pay for it.
I think you answered Joe's question. Thank you.
From schools to reopening the state, we have a lot more to talk about, but it is time for a quick break.
We'll be asking the delegation more of your questions when we come back.